Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have a sub coming in tomorrow, so I am doing this recording during third period's class for all of you who need this lesson for Wednesday's class. I will be learning about English language learners and how that's going to be affected by Common Core. That's what I'm doing, just to let you know. All right. Here we go. We're going to learn 6.4 notes, which is dealing with functions and relations. And homework, of course, is 6.4 odds, 1 through 36 out of your worksheets. So let's move this over so that we can learn what these words mean. So the first thing you need to know about functions are, what is a relation? A relation is a pairing of inputs and outputs. It's when you have a relationship with another person. You guys know what that means. When I think about relations, they're just pairs of things. A relation is any pairs of anything. We're going to learn what domain and range mean. Domains are your inputs. Range is your outputs. Domain we've also learned as our x values. Our range is known as our y values. So let me give you a couple of examples of relations. Here is a relation where I have an ordered pair, -2, 2. Here's another ordered pair of -2, -2. All of these are relations. And I can give you those relations in a variety of different ways. I can give it to you as ordered pairs. I can give it to you as a table, which is the same as an ordered pair. Or I can give it to you in graphical form. Or I can even give it to you in a mapping diagram. So it doesn't matter how this is given to you, how the relation is given to you. What you're going to have to decide is the relation a function? And what a function is, it's kind of like a machine that when you put something in it, it only produces a single possible value out of it. Every input has exactly one output. Basically, if I were to use common sense, it would be saying that the x's do not repeat. The x's do not repeat themselves. Every input has only one output is the definition of what a function is. So let's look at these different examples and let me show you. When I look at this relation, it is not a function. Why isn't this a function? Because I have a -2, 2. This x has this y, and this same x has a different y. Because each x doesn't have its own y, this x has different y's, it is not a function. And as a matter of fact, if I look here, this x, it's a -2, has this y, this x has a -2, and it's a different y. Because of that repeat, because the x repeats itself, there is no function here as well. There's no function for all four of these things. It's another way to think about whether something's a function or not is using this thing called the vertical line test. If I were to use a vertical line, let's see this line here goes through right here, like this. Does that vertical line touch more than one point at a time? Doesn't it touch this point and this point? If it fails the vertical line test, if it touches more than one point, then it is not a function. If only one point touches at a time, then it is a function. So this would hit this point and this point, so it's not a function, not a function, not a function. This x repeats itself, it is not a function. So now, let's see if you understand. I'm going to cover up that bit right there because you don't need to see it. Here's a table. I know it's kind of hard to see for those of you live in this room. X is -2, the Y is -4, X is -1, Y is -4, I have 0, -4, I have 1, -4, I have 3, -4. My question to you is this a function or is this not a function on your whiteboards? Let me know.